Live from Centennial High School, it's high school boys tennis just underway. The #1 doubles match here today. J.W. Cox alongside Gabe Glidden at Centennial High School. As mentioned, the Blaine Bengals and the Centennial Cougars. It's time for boys tennis on a cool and cloudy day. But they're out here on court #1 at Centennial High School. Already 15 love, now 30 love in favor of the Bengals, and that is the team of Connor Ingalls and Matt Saraki. You see in the near court, and it's Kevin Fox and Aaron Quatch. It's 30-15 in favor of the Bengals. It's Kevin Fox serving. As you see Fox there in the white hat, second serve, a double fault. It'll be 40-15.
And Blaine obviously off to a fast start here right away, getting on the board right before we got on air, so we did miss those points, but the team of Ingalls and Saraki have looked solid so far early on in this game.
Good slam right there by Quatch. It's 3 seniors and 1 junior on this court. Matt Saraki, the youngster, with Fox, the senior, there, and then his partner Quatch getting that slam down right in front of the net to make it 40-30. That one's good, and that will send the first game to Blaine, so they take it, and they go up 1-0 here early on. It's J.W. Cox alongside Gabe Glidden. We'll get a chance now to kind of break this down. The Ingalls, Saraki, Fox, Quatch matchup for the Blaine Bengals as a team. They're 4-2 overall. Centennial 7-1. And Gabe, we're still pretty early in the season, so as you can see, both the coaches on that other side, Coach Cullen and Coach Hartle, not totally sure what they have, but it seemed like Coach Hartle a little more confident in his team and some of the depth and experience they're bringing back.
Yeah, talking to Coach Hartle, he had explained to us how they had the privilege of playing a tournament early on, so he has a little bit more of a feel for his team and where he thinks his strengths and weaknesses lie. And Coach Cullen for Blaine, they had 3 practices or so, give or take, and haven't played quite as many games, so he's not 100% sure what his strengths and weaknesses will be. But right away we can see the pairing of Ingalls and Saraki will be solid, as well as the pairing of Fox and Quatch for Centennial.
Saraki's first serve in makes it 15 love. Second serve wide. And the second serve on his second service attempt wide to tie to 15. Square it up. First set went to Blaine, up 1-0. Saraki, the junior, again serving. Too long. So 3 straight service errors. Saraki gets the serve in. Quatch, a good hard return back to Saraki, and it's 15-30.
And before this match, when we were talking to Coach Cullen for Blaine, he had explained how Ingalls and Saraki were both extremely athletic. He'll see them track down, balls that he thinks they have no business being able to get to, but they find a way to do it.
First time they've played doubles together. Saraki with the ace that time to tie it right back up at 30.
And Saraki, as you said, the lone junior on the court, 3 seniors, and the 11th grader.
Quatch, the return, good net play right up front by Ingalls. Saraki along the back line, and then Quatch again. Another kill shot, his second already of the match. 40-30 in favor of the Bengals.
Quatch doing a nice job on that slam, setting it up and finding the hole between Ingalls and Saraki.
Saraki trying to get the second set win, and again, the serve is in and too long on the return for Fox to square us up. Good reach by Quatch, and Saraki into the net.
Quatch with a really good save there. Didn't allow the short hop to get to him. I feel like the breeze has died down a tiny bit from when we first got here and set everything up today, JW. I'm wondering if the wind will play any factor throughout the day here.
Advantage for the Cougars with Saraki still serving. First too long, second is in, the volley begins. Popped up. That's in on the back line. The return again drops in, playing high up in the air on this volley, and that one too strong, and so Centennial is going to tie it up. Centennial will take set number 2 and knot us up at 1 apiece.
And you can see Quach and Fox there doing a nice job communicating and talking. They kind of had a ball in kind of in the middle of between both of them, and Fox doing a nice job of yelling out mine.
See Quach on the service for the first time. The team for Centennial, their first season playing on doubles together. Aaron Quach with the double fault. He was playing singles last year and moved over to the doubles side, a very strong part of the Centennial team game. And there's a good quick return from the net by Fox. It's 15 love. Excuse me, 15 all, and square in this third game. Quach, a little bit of trouble serving here in 2 of his first 3. A lot of volleys high up into the air, that back to the line. Siraki, there's some of that athleticism to go get it. Can't get that one. Quach finds the hole, 30-15.
Quach seems to be having a fairly strong game when he gets close to the net so far early on today. That's his, I think, 3rd slam where he's found some space on the other side of that court. Doing a nice job for the Centennial school.
Kind of a singles mentality there when you get the shot, take it and end it. Good serve in, return though from Fox is deep. 30 all.
And we'll see if Quach can get one over the net here. As you were saying, a little bit of trouble serving so far in his first 5 attempts.
Aggressive play, too strong for Fox. He goes deep, so it's 40-30. Match all square, 1 apiece. 40-30 in favor of the Bengals. Right here trying to break the serve of Quach. The return pops in. Little backspin helped him get to it and slam it right past Siraki. So Quach, the finisher, to square it up at 40.
Quach with a blast. I think Siraki, it looked like he just tried to kind of tap one over knowing it was coming with some heat, and he just misplayed it. So good job there by Quach bringing the heat.
He could have got that ball mid-flight, but decided to wait for it, as you saw there. And just powers it home past Siraki. And again, they push it and get the advantage. Exactly what Centennial did in the last game. There's some track action going on here at Centennial High School as well, so you might hear some of that in the background from time to time. The advantage for Centennial. Serve is in, goes deep, back-to-back games won by the Centennial Cougars. Aaron Quach and Kevin Fox. Quach, some trouble serving there, Gabe, but found his way through it, found his rhythm, and got him the point.
Yeah, definitely had a little bit of rhythm going there towards the end. And on that serve, you know, Ingles just put a little too much on it and on the way back.
We'll take a quick break here on North Metro TV. It's 2-1, the Centennial Cougars. Fox and Quach up on Ingles and Siraki for the Bengals.
This broadcast is brought to you by Nationwide Insurance. Contact your local Nationwide Insurance agent, Twin Cities Insurance Group. Your Exchange check cashing. We buy gold at your exchange. Charlie Walker Companies. I know a guy. They can handle all of your exterior needs.
Back with you, Centennial High School, heading into game number 4, 2-1. The advantage for Aaron Quach and Kevin Fox. And it'll be the first serve for Connor Ingles for the Bengals into the net. North Metro TV, J.W. Cox and Gabe Glidden. The return pops up too high, so it'll be the advantage for the Bengals. which they've had a number of times early on in all three of the previous games.
Siraki on that one showing some quick hands, able to get the racket up to save that ball for the Bengals.
Up high and deep, too strong. As you saw Ingles try and drop that in to square us at 15, goes too long. So far, Gabe, it's been the show of Aaron Quach with those finishing shots. And that's made the difference.
Yeah, he's had a few slams early on in the day and done a nice job to find space.
That time goes light, leaves it up for Ingles, and he got it right in on the feet of Kevin Fox. And a good shot by Ingles that time, well placed. It'll be interesting to see if someone can take over service-wise. Nobody real dominant either way. And Ingles can take that over here. Too strong. Ingles again, back to back. Square us up at 30.
And yeah, exactly what you're saying, neither team really being overly dominant on the serves. We've had plenty of volleys back and forth, and it's made for a pretty interesting match.
Ingles serving again. His first time on service. Too strong, 3 straight he's missed. Try a new ball.
Yeah, didn't like that one.
Good placement, good get, and a great volley, and then just comes up short. Good get on the one side by Ingles. Fox right there to return it. And Siraki short arms it just a little bit.
Yeah,
40-30.
Both pairings you can see are pretty athletic. We've seen Fox a number of times jump and go to that backhand, and it's worked for him a couple times. So Fox showing us some athleticism.
Ingles first into the net. Great net play. Quach, another. Slams it down to secure it at 3-1 now.
He's got that slam shot down, I think, JW. He's used that plenty of times, and it's worked. For the most part, every time. I don't know if whenever Quach has had a chance to kind of slam one, he's been pretty successful every time, if I'm not mistaken. Might be something for the pairing of Ingles and Siraki to think about.
So now Kevin Fox, we'll see what he can do on the serve. 3-1 they lead. They lost the first. Second one into the net. So another early lead for Ingles and Siraki. See what they can do with it, try and break the serve. J.W. Cox and Gabe Glidden on North Metro TV. That time it's in. Good serve spinning away. And Ingles has trouble. A big forehand on it. Couldn't get it up and over the tape.
I love seeing the chemistry in pairings in tennis. You see in that last serve where Fox was having trouble, you could hear Quach, you know, telling him you got it, get the next one. And on the very next one, you know, he puts a blast on it, and it worked out for him. So chemistry in pairing, or in doubles tennis, excuse me, I think is key. It can make or break your team. Great
placement there by Ingles down the line. Pulled Quach up forward and just got it past his outstretched racket. 30-15 as you take a second look at the shot very quickly. Fox, the return popped up over the head. That's high and going to stay in. We'll see what Siraki can do with it. Oh, no, it did. It was going to stay in depth-wise, but it maybe got up in the wind, Gabe, and crept out far side.
Yeah, I thought it was going to stay in as well as you were, or as well as you did, but it might have just got pushed away from that line a little bit. It was a pretty high pop-up on the way back.
40-15. Bengals needed it and got it right there. Siraki slams it down the far side, and that will give it to the Bengals, so they lose 3 sets in a row and then come back and get one to make it 3-2. And the serve will come back to the side of Siraki. So that time you saw the one chance really for Quach. And he slammed it home, made the most of it, but a dominating performance the rest of the way. As you take a look at Siraki finishing it off. Great placement. No chance for Quach up front. And then Fox too far on the inline. Siraki there, a great play to end that last set. Now he'll come back and serve here. In set number 1. Last game he ended. Little catch of the tape, and it did drop in. And you hear Quach, the beneficiary of a bit of a lucky bounce there, and no need to apologize. Sometimes it'll just work out that way.
You could see Ingles on that one, giving a smile and laughing, knowing that Quach kind of got away with one there.
Ingles got him back, slamming it down at his feet. This is the first game so far that the Bengals haven't had a lead. And getting that first point up until then, sit at 15 all. Siraki, 2 serves wide, 30-15. Favor the Bengals.
Siraki with a little bit of trouble here on his last 3 serves. He'll try and drop this one in, and he does.
Took a little off, tried to go down along the outside, and he got it in. Yeah. (40-15). Chance to end it, really even it up. It was Centennial winning 3 games in a row after Blaine went up 1-0. Siraki looking for the dominating performance. Goes high, plucked out of the air by Quach, and right in down on the feet of Ingles. 40-30.
Yeah, that last shot looked like it just kind of mixed Ingles up with his foot placement or footwork. He couldn't quite decide what he wanted to do with that one. It looked, as we'll take a look here, gets his feet just a little bit tied up and unable to make the save.
And there it was. Another slam that time by Quach to get Centennial right into it. 40 all. Check that. Blaine takes the last at 3-3, and so now it's the serve for Quach again.
Grabbing an extra tennis ball.
So Quach serving on the near side.
Fox just unable to handle that one. Misplayed just a little bit. Looked like it hit the plastic part of the racket. Unable to get the return.
15 all. We come back into this service. Game number 7, and a great volley off a great get by Siraki. Too strong. Ingles threw it back. 30-15 in favor of the Cougars.
On that one, you could see Ingles. He knew exactly what he wanted to do. The eyes got wide, and he just put a little too much mustard on that one and sent it deep. You could tell by the look in his face, though, he knew exactly what he wanted to do. Just a little bit of a mis-execution. And I think now that wind's picked up a little bit in JW. See the nets moving around here.
Or at least putting a chill on things. Double fault there, 30 all. Chance at a slam, and it just hops over the racket of Siraki. So Fox putting Centennial up 40-30. Down to the net.
And that was one of the first kind of slam shots we've seen Quach miss-execute on. Just put that one into the net. And that'll tie it back up.
Quach serving for the advantage. Too strong, it goes to Blaine. So 3 straight won by Centennial. And Blaine picks up 2 games after they'd won the first. Sitting even at 3 through 6. Again, we go square.
Plenty of other matches going on today. I know, talking to Coach Cullen, he was really excited about his 10th grader, Peter Troy. I'm not sure if we can see him on this side of the court anywhere.
Slammed down there by Fox.
But yeah, as we were, lots of good other matches going on today between multiple opponents.
As you take a second look at what gives Centennial the advantage here. Lofted right up to him. Fox playing close to the net, slams it right back down the middle. Quach again for the game. Fox has to make a play. Pop it up, slam. Too strong. And there it is. Centennial comes back. Take a 4-3 advantage here in the first set. And you hit it right on the head there, Gabe. There's a lot of interesting matches going on the 8 courts here at Centennial High School. Both your number 1 singles is on the other side, I believe, going on. That's going to be on the far court, I think, on the other side of our vision here. But then also those doubles matchups that Coach Hartle was talking about for his team, very deep in that range of things. And then also some of the top singles matchups that he was mentioning as well. He's very happy with his team top to bottom. On the other side, for Coach Cullen, for Blaine, kind of a work in progress team. They're not sure exactly what they have, but there could certainly be some improvement.
Yeah, going back to what you're saying, we were talking to Coach Hartle, and he was saying it was their goal to finish in maybe the top half of the conference, with Maple Grove being one of the stronger teams he had suggested, as well as Elk River. They wanted to finish either in the top half, and if they could have it their way, in the top 3. And he thinks they have the depth to do it. He really likes a kid, Burke Anderson, a senior for Centennial. He said he's a very strong player. I believe he might be on the other side of the court from here. And yeah, he's just very excited about it, their depth, and they have a very strong team full of a lot of seniors.
So Ingles serving here at 5-2 in favor of the Cougars for Centennial, actually, in this set. So we had that quick change a couple of games ago that I incorrectly gave to Blaine, and it goes to Centennial instead. So it's 5-2 for the Cougars. Great volley up close, and then again, it's Quach that slams it home. And wouldn't you know it, Gabe, he's been doing that all match so far.
Yeah, he's found, the holes where he's had to find them. He's put the shots exactly where he's, appeared to want to place them. And that one just kind of split the pairing of Ingles and Siraki, and he gets Centennial on the board.
All knotted up at 30 here in game number 8. Centennial a game away, but now 40-30 in favor of Blaine.
And then Fox on that last one looked like he just misread it a tiny bit. I don't think it hit kind of the center of the racket. I don't think he hit it where he wanted to, and that one goes into the net. And just a misplay by Fox, I think. Heads up, JW. There you go.
Strong up and over.
You're supposed to get up and catch those.
No way. I'm tethered to the box here. I don't think anybody wants me to sacrifice the equipment in front of us to make a spectacular play.
I suppose you're right.
So the game goes to Blaine to stay right in it at 5-3. First serve for Fox. Make it 15-love for the Bengals.
And that one just off the top of the net.
Centennial a little bit of the edge, as Gabe mentioned. They played in a tournament that afforded them just about at least 2 or 3 extra matches per team, you would think. Quach tries to drop it in low, then goes up high for it again. Fox from the back line twice. Great net play. Ingles 2 at once, twice, and then 2 strong. So 30-15.
Man, I just love the chemistry watching both teams having to communicate with each other, and a very good volley there going both ways. Both teams doing a very nice job of talking, and Ingles just with the miss hit sends one wide.
It's a new development for both of these teams to be playing together. 40-15 as the drop shot comes in for Siraki. Siraki and Ingles started playing together over the summer, not intending to play doubles here in the season, but that's just how it worked out, and they decided we like playing with each other, let's do it.
And then as far as the pairing of Quach and Fox, they also were singles players last year, if I'm not mistaken, from talking to Coach Hartle, and he wanted a solid doubles depth team. So the pairing of them, he believes, helps their team out the best.
40-30. In 2 strong on the return to square us up at 40. Fox serving again. Trying to finish it up for Centennial. Looking for an advantage. Great spin to keep that one in. 2 deep. And again, the Cougars taking the advantage.
Chance here for Fox to put one away.
Too strong off match point. Talk about a guy that needs to make a play. That's Mike over there in the corner. Couldn't quite get to it. Go back to Deuce.
I hope I get a chance. If I get a chance to make a play, I'm gonna catch it. I'm hoping to get on SportsCenter's top 10.
Fox again. Trying to regain the advantage. Match number 8. Too strong there. Game number 8 of this match, excuse me. The return is out, and the advantage will go back to Centennial. Siraki and Ingles. Watches their opponents have that encouragement high five. Trying to win the first match. First set, excuse me. Into the net, back to Deuce.
And Fox doing a nice job there on that serve, just getting it in and trying to, put this one away. They end up losing the point, however, but you got to like when you have the advantage, try and put one away when your first serve is good.
Great shot that time by Ingles. Found the hole, drew Quach up towards the net. Pokes it in. And now the advantage for Blaine to try and stay in this set.
Ingles showing off the reach. I'm a tall, lanky guy.
Great serve with some spin coming right toward us. Return, too strong. Back to Deuce we go. Haven't really had one of these yet this match. It ended fairly quickly, maybe one advantage back and forth to Deuce. Third time here in this game. Too strong. And it's back to Centennial.
Fox doing a nice job there of deciding to let that one go as he gets some help. But yeah, Fox doing a nice job deciding to let that one go. Judged it properly, and they'll go back to the advantage.
Serving from the far side. Kevin Fox runs off the right shoulder of his teammate. Couldn't get that in, and back to deuce we are. Take a look at the bullseye right on the back of his teammate's back there. Good aggressive serve both times. He gets the first one in this time. And again, Centennial will take the advantage. Fourth time they've had it. Too strong, and Centennial finishes it off in set number 1. Get the victory 6-3. 6-3. And we will go to set number 2, looking for 2 out of 3. The Bengals and the Cougars. The Cougars take number 1 here on North Metro TV.
If you need seamless gutters, whether the job is large or small, you can say,
I know a guy!
for your full service landscaping, you can say,
I know a guy!
if you need commercial or residential lawn care, you can say,
I know a guy! I'm Charlie Walker, and if you need professional seamless gutters, landscaping, and lawn care, you can say, I know a guy!
In the nation, our agents are always there, helping make sure that when your life changes, your nationwide insurance coverage changes too. We put members first because we don't have shareholders. Join the nation where protection is personal.
Nationwide is on your side.
In Anoka County, contact Twin Cities Insurance Group, your nationwide insurance agent.
Back with you, North Metro TV. 6-3. The first set goes to the Centennial Cougars. Kevin Fox and Aaron Quach. Blaine's Matt Siraki serving in game number 1. It's 15-love. Favor the Bengals. 30-love as that return drops too high. Siraki just a bit short. Ticks on the tape there. Siraki and Ingles got off to a quick start. We could get a whole lot of traction then after that in match number 1. Set number 1, excuse me. And another strong return. 40-love. Net play too short for Ingles, 40-15. J.W. Cox and Gabe Glidden as the sun tries to make his way out. Not a lot of blue sky, a little bit of haze fighting through, glinting off the white. Both these teams' base color here today.
Yeah, we could use a little sun. I'm chilly.
Doesn't quite feel like spring, does it?
You know, not at all, to be honest with you. Feel bad for towns like Rochester today, so.
15 inches of snow down there, so it could be worse.
Way too much snow for me.
40-30. Blaine still up in the game. And they'll take it right there with that short arm into the tape. So game number 1, just like in set number 1, goes to the Bengals 1-0.
Quach just a little misread on this, as we can see on the replay. Tries to jump ahead there and steal one, but he just misread it. Didn't quite hit the middle of the racket. Sends one that and the net. So as you said, that first match goes to Blaine.
Quach in that first set. Plenty of kills to help get Centennial the win in that set. And he might have to take on that role here with Fox serving. And still gave through a set and 1 game. We haven't seen anybody real with a dominant service that's
No,
just
yeah.
gone right through his set.
Yeah, both pairings are, I would say, pretty equal in serving.
There's another winner for Quach. 15 love.
And as we have talked about, you know, numerous times throughout this tennis match so far, is both these pairings extremely athletic. You can tell why they're both, you know, the #1 doubles. Lots of athleticism on the tennis court here.
Still very early in the season, as we've mentioned. Maybe serving, maybe something that you certainly have to find the feel for season to season. First one long, second one long. 15-all.
Yeah, serving can be tough to, once you get out of that rhythm, to find it again. Kind of like a pitcher in baseball. You know, if you lose it, you just kind of lose it for a game. But both these pairings doing a fairly decent job.
That wasn't 15 love on, or 15 all on that. Excuse me. There was a lead in there. So it's 30 love in favor of the Cougars after they end up winning the point. Let into the net that time. Does it again, and a smile from both ways. You saw these guys before the match joking around, all very comfortable with each other. We were commenting, obviously, not too far away from each other, so they know each other. Great turnaround and get from Ingles to keep the volley alive, but it's going to go too strong off the backhand of Siraki, and you can see the look of dismay as he turns to Ingles, not really sure how that went wrong. Be 40 love.
Ingles worked really hard on that volley to not get a point. You can see him laughing with Siraki. All good fun between these two teams.
And Fox amped up as they take game #2. The return goes too strong, so that might be the quickest that we've seen somebody go through on a serve, and Fox smiling because of it. Goes all the way through. He put a lot on this, and the forehand just too strong, and he knew it. Little fist pump. So tied at 1. Centennial leading it after winning the first set 6-3. Too strong as Ingles now will take over the service duties. Takes a little off. Starts the volley, but too strong, so 15 love Centennial. We love 15, excuse me.
All squared back to 1 in this set.
The tape a little more involved here in set #2. The ball rolling out onto the court. Too strong. 30-15.
That makes me nervous when that happens, when they continue to play with the ball rolling on the court. You never want to see a rolled ankle or anything like that.
Excuse me, love 30. Love 30. Only been 2 points. Strong return. Met by Fox. Slams it himself. And their well-placed shot. Love 40.
Yeah, right before Quach hit that one, you could see him kind of eyeing out exactly where he wanted to go. He's definitely had a very good, solid game as far as being up at the net. He's found a lot of, not a lot of, but, you know, holes to get past the pairing of Ingles and Siraki.
Siraki tries to do it there. Good get by Fox, and then slam it down. And another win for Centennial as they take a 2-1 advantage. As you watch the great teamwork, Fox sets it up, gets him a little off balance. Great backhand. And it's 2-1.
Quach put a little heat on that one. The ball got stuck in the fence. So he put a little blast behind that slam.
So going down, since going down 1-0, Centennial hasn't lost a point yet. They go straight through on the serve of Fox, and now breaking the serve straight through of Connor Ingles. Be up to Aaron Quach to try and keep that going. Too short on the backhand as Ingles got it right inside on the foot of Fox. And there's a point for Blaine and the Bengals. Finally for the first time here in 2 games. Too strong, 15-all.
Ingles just unable to get the front or the top spin on that shot. Just kind of send it a little too high, put a little too much on there. Just a little bit of a miss hit.
15-all here in the second set of our #1 doubles match between the Bengals and the Cougars. Popped up high and a little wayward out the far side. 30-15 in favor of the Bengals. We're trying to get back into this set. Down 2-1. 15-30. Strong again. 15-40. Both coaches, Gabe, were in agreement over when it comes to this conference who might be at the top when all things are said and done. Maple Grove and Elk River, the 2 teams to shoot at for pretty much everybody.
Yeah, and I think both these, this Blaine and Centennial team, you know, Blaine fairly solid so far to start the season. They haven't played very many games, but sitting right around 4-2. Coach Cullen guessed before the game, and obviously Centennial having the tournament gave them more matches to kind of judge. But by the pairing we're seeing here on the court, you got to think both teams are pretty solid going on later into this season. Hopefully they can get some more games in and the weather will cooperate.
30-40. After Quach had that last point with the return going into the net from Siraki. And then again, Centennial comes back to put us at deuce. Advantage Cougars.
And there's the sun again. Gotta love that.
The other thing you see, Gabe, with all the matches going on, they're all still going on, so nothing's been lopsided enough to finish up real quick. It's still pretty early on in play all the way around, but you think maybe there's a lopsided match as Centennial takes it here and they take a 3-1 advantage.
Yeah, that is a good point, JW. Every court, I believe, is still in a match right now, so no team dominating on a court so far, or no single player dominating on a court so far, I should say.
So it's 3-1 in favor of the Cougars as they try and wrap things up. They have to go through the serve of Matt Siraki, the only junior out here on this court. Back to back to make it love 15.
We'll see if he takes a little off this first serve and tries to get one in.
He didn't. He still went right for it. Slows that one down and finds it in the square. Strong backhand, too strong for Fox. 15-0. So again, Siraki not quite in the groove. Ingles tries to go up high because Siraki had come up towards the net. Couldn't control it. 15-30.
Ingles trying to show off the hops on that one. Just a little bit of a miss hit, sent that one wide.
I think he knew there was nobody between him and the back line. And they're waiting to get a little help. We're all out of tennis balls over here. So it's the Ingles-Siraki versus Fox-Quach #1 doubles matchup for the Centennial Cougars. J.W. Cox and Gabe Glidden here on North Metro TV. And so far it's been a stranglehold since very early on for the Centennial Cougars, taking that first set. And now up 3-1 here in the second. Not a must-have for the Bengals, but getting that time.
Yeah, you don't want to fall behind too much. Can make quite some work trying to come back on this balming 45-degree weather day. As you can tell, I'm upset about it.
You certainly are. 40-15 for the Cougars. Into the net. Quach critical of himself. So we'll just let that stand.
Kind of laughing at himself. You got to like that.
He'll be back up on the net where he can be dangerous and has been so far. Siraki trying to keep the Bengals in this match. A good serve, soft setup return, and then here comes Quach up to the net to try and make that shot. Just mistimed a little bit off the racket. So 40 all at deuce.
You can tell Quach wanted that one from the start. He made a big run up to the net, and as you said, just mistimed that one a little bit.
So he'll step back, Siraki a chance. And they will take the advantage. So Blaine coming back in the game to be a point away from winning it.
Siraki looked like he trying to end that one right there. Put a blast on that first serve.
Second was good, a great get, but no chance there. After Fox put it up towards the net, came a long way to get it, and then slammed down by Ingles to give it the game to the Bengals and make it 3-2. So you take a look, great footwork there by Fox, but Ingles, the door's wide open and he crashed right through. 3-2, our score here in set number 2. Going into game number 6, and the Bengals are still alive, Gabe.
Yeah, exactly what they want to do there. Don't want to go down 4-1. That can be a tough uphill battle to climb, so they did a nice job there to come back.
And we've seen flashes throughout this match of the Bengals trying to take some dominance, winning a game here and there. Now taking another as they face the serve of Fox. The first is out. Far side to near side, great return just over the tape. Started the volley, but then too strong for Siraki. So 15 love.
Just sent that one a little deep. Quach and Fox on the board first.
3 straight games broken up by that win for the Bengals. Great return right to the net, too strong men. Ingles, a little frustration that time. 30-15.
Yeah, very solid.
30 love. 30 love.
Very solid return, both for Siraki and Ingles on those last 2 serves, but unable to get on the board.
Great play by Ingles if he can keep it in, but just that's a tough one to keep in. All he could do is get the racket on it.
And kind of hope it lands in.
It wouldn't. 40 love. Might have been the wind where the wind could have helped him a little bit, but didn't push it back. Great serve. Not quite. Thought it was in.
I thought that was in too. I was going to say that might have been one of the better serves we've seen this afternoon.
Fox will go at it again. So still 40 love. And that one's out. Might have tipped the net that time. As we take a second look, that's what it was. Kicked right off the top of the net. They get it anyway. And Centennial will take their 4th game of this set and go up 4-2. So they get right back on the beam, Gabe. Exactly what they were looking to do after Centennial stayed with it. Excuse me, after the Bengals stayed with it. Now Centennial can break the serve of Ingles there. See if they can take a command.
Yeah, good chance for them to go up 3 if possible. And once again, Ingles and Siraki just kind of hanging around, doing what they can to try and get this back tied up. But you got to get it 3-4 before you can get it 4-4, of course. So they'll look to try and win this one to get right back in it. You don't want to drop down 5 or 2-5, because that'd be an uphill battle.
15 love. As that's too strong off the backside.
That one was just out. Looked like from my vantage point.
Love 30.
It was out
30
though.
love.
Good call by Siraki.
Too strong again, and that one's going to go deep. So 40 love.
And Siraki showing some quick hands there up at the net. A couple of solid returns for him.
Ingles too strong. Second is good. See the spin on that return from Fox, and I think that set it up, but held up too long, and Ingles slams it home, and they will take another game here in this set to make it 4-3, just like Gabe was talking about as we go back and forth. Take a look off the serve. Fox sets up a nice return, but then right there for it is Ingles as we take a break. It's 4-3 in set number 2. Centennial trying to hang on North Metro TV.
With gold at all-time high, take that rope and say bye-bye. Earrings, bracelets, rings, and chains. We buy gold at your exchange. Don't send your gold to someone strange. We buy gold at your exchange. Spring Lake Park, Frilly, Blaine. We buy gold at your exchange.
Back with you, North Metro TV at Centennial High School. First serve short for Aaron Quach. Second is in, and he slams it down to get the point. 15 love. As Centennial has a 4-3 lead here in set number 2. They took the first 6-3. With the serve, a chance to again jump back up by 2. And play for the match, too strong. 15 love. $15 all is the second. Can't find the back of the net. Alette. There were flashes, Gabe, of that serving dominance that we were talking about maybe coming later in this match, but so far it hasn't quite come to fruition. And this is, as we talk about it, an ace for Quach. 30-15.
Yeah, and that last, especially in that last match we saw that put the Bengals down by 1, 3-4. That was a quick match. They, I think, took every point. I don't think they allowed Centennial to score. Exactly what they wanted to do, get back on the board quickly, and they did that.
You're absolutely right on that. That's what Centennial did twice. Too strong there. Now game point advantage at 40-15 for Centennial. Centennial in the second and third games of this set did that exact same thing. Kept Blaine without a point. That was too deep, and there it is. So Centennial will take a 5-3 advantage. Quick work there, just giving 1 point to the Bengals. So since it was 3-1, we've gone Blaine, then Centennial, and Blaine. Now back to Centennial. Back and forth we go. And the maintenance of a 2-point advantage continues for Centennial. First serve for Siraki's too strong is again the second time he'll serve to try and save the match. And he'll misfire on both too. It'll be love 15. So Centennial a point away, taking the match in 2 sets. Siraki missing on 3 straight. Finds the heart of the square with that one and forces the misfire on the return. 15 all.
Fox just put a little too much on that one on the backhand. Couldn't quite get the top spin on it that he was looking for, and just sent that one deep, and we're all tied up.
That time a great serve, but Siraki charging towards the net. Can't get the funky backhand to go down. 15-30.
That can be a tough shot, those backhands. They can be tough to time, and
especially as he was moving.
Exactly.
That's a great shot by Ingles, though, to slam it down. No chance for Quach that time, 30-all. Ingles, we talked a lot about Quach playing around the net. Ingles has had a few difference-making shots up front as well. Too strong, and right here we sit at match point at 30-40. 6-3 in set number 1, a chance to go 6-3 and win it here in set number 2. Siraki the serve, it's in, and we'll have a volley for the win, but Ingles into the net, and that will do it. The Centennial Cougars, they take it 2 straight sets, 6-3, 6-3, and they win it over the Blaine Bengals. They take the final 2 after they gone back and forth after going up 3-1. They win the final 2 sets and take it. So the victory for Kevin Fox and Aaron Quach, 6-3, 6-3 here on North Metro TV. We'll talk to the victors when we come back. Centennial, the Cougars, they get the victory here in doubles match number 1 on North Metro TV.
Get your summer off to a flying start. Discover Aviation Days, Saturday and Sunday, June 1st and 2nd at the Blaine Airport.
Join Ben Hale and Danica Peterson every Friday on North Metro TV News.
Back with you on North Metro TV. It was the Centennial Cougar duo of Kevin Fox and Aaron Quach getting the victory. As you see, the game winner right there, 6-3, 6-3 in 2 sets today here at home on North Metro TV. And standing by with our winners is Gabe Glidden. Gabe?
Thank you, JW. I'm here with the winners, Aaron Quach and Kevin Fox. And Aaron, you can answer this first question. What were you guys able to do so well today getting the victory?
We were able to stay aggressive the whole time from beginning to end, and we were able to be aggressive at the net too. We were really big at the net today.
Yeah, we saw that a lot. You had a lot of slams yourself at the net, and you guys have had the lucky chance of playing in a tournament so far early on this year, so you have a pretty decent sample size. What was playing in that tournament like, and do you think that'll give you any advantage going on so far in this season?
Yeah, it was actually really nice because we were able to actually play some teams that we've never played before. So that gives us some practice, not playing always Blaine every time, and getting against other kids that we've never played before. So it was good.
Yeah, that's perfect. And you two obviously did a very nice job today. What would you both, can answer this one, what would you both say are your strengths as a doubles team?
I would say that I'm pretty fast at the net, and then he probably has a big serve.
Yeah, I think the serve combination and him at the net is pretty good, and then us being really good friends also helps out. Helps with the character.
So there you go, friends and big at the net and whatever else we have to do to be a good double team. Thank you so much for tuning in North Metro TV. I'm going to send it back to JW.
Thanks a lot, Gabe. It was the winning team, Kevin Fox and Aaron Quach, that got it done for the Centennial Cougars here against Blaine in the number 1 doubles match. For Gabe Glidden and everyone with North Metro TV, I'm JW Cox. 6-3, 6-3, the Cougars get the victory here this afternoon on North Metro TV.